Hello, guys. Welcome to 101 Wealth Creators. My name is Eric, and today we are joined by a beautiful lady, an entrepreneur who does a lot of importation and mostly from China. And this is an area of interest for guys who are so much interested with being self-employed and just doing entrepreneurship. So that's why today I invited her so that we can just talk, share, and then we get to know how these things happen. And all everything, as I always say in this channel, it's all possible. So long as you set your mind right that this is what you want to do, it's all possible. And as we always say here, like diversification is a thing. You can be employed today and you use that avenue as a way of you getting capital to start your business. And as you run your business on the side, it helps you generate more income. So without wasting time, let me introduce her, bring her on board. She'll introduce herself and tell us what she does. Welcome.
Thank you so much, Eric. My name is Monica, and as you said, I'm an entrepreneur, and I also do so many other things, but specifically I focus on importation
Yeah.
and from China, yeah,
Mhm.
which is my main thing.
Okay.
Yeah,
So tell us, I've always been interested in importation from China, and I've always wondered. It's a good area. I think it's lucrative if you understand what you're doing. Can you
sure.
tell us the process on how people go about it?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so before you even think about importing from China or even from any other country,
Mm-hmm.
as a business person, it's wise to do your market research and decide what product should I import to my country,
Mm-hmm.
and does this product, go along with the rules and regulation of my country,
Yeah.
and will it meet the demands of the people or of my society where I live? So that is
Mm-hmm.
the beginning point. And
Mm-hmm.
once you have your item in place, or maybe probably you have a business in place and maybe you are considering it's time now to import, I will no longer be taking local goods. What do? You go to the next step of deciding to get a supplier, because of
Mm-hmm.
course you will need a supplier.
Yes.
Yes.
And then when you get the supplier,
Uh-huh. So once you get the supplier, even before we leave the supplier part, you have to know where should I get a supplier,
yeah.
because you'll not just go anywhere and someone who claims to be a supplier and you give them your money, you will not do that.
Yes.
So you need to take the right steps when selecting your supplier.
Mm-hmm.
For example, you can get, referrals are always great. They're
Yes.
always good because someone else have already used that person or their
Mm-hmm.
services, and
Mm-hmm.
they know if their services are good or they are bad. So you can get suppliers through referrals.
Yeah.
You can also decide if you are well off financially. You can
Mm-hmm.
decide that I want to travel to China, and once you travel, you'll be able to see a number of manufacturers
Yes.
and maybe compare their prices and see what they're making. And then you can decide this is my supply from now henceforth.
Okay.
Yes.
And I know, as you put it, when you travel over there, it gives you more confidence when it comes to what you want to get and getting to reach the suppliers and having to talk to them. But
Mhm.
also, do we also have a way that you can do it without maybe going down there, or you must? Is there a way that you can do the importation without going down there? Please, if you can tell the viewers who will be watching this.
Yes, yes, it's very possible. It's very possible to do it even without going there.
Mm-hmm.
And kindly allow me maybe to market myself a little bit. I
Go
do
ahead.
source goods. I do
Yeah.
source goods for people. So you don't have to travel. You leave all the work for me. I'll source for you. All
Mm-hmm.
you need to tell me is like, I need this product, I need this machinery, give me the specifications, and then I'll take over from there.
Okay.
Number two,
Mm-hmm.
you can also get other people who do the job of sourcing goods to go from China,
Yes.
or else you can go to Alibaba and here you'll get suppliers from there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But once you go to Alibaba, you have a very big role of doing the due diligence. Are they legit? How many years of operation have they done?
Yeah.
Check their reviews, because this will really help you.
Mm-hmm.
And in the modern world that we have, so many things have gone online. Everything,
Mm-hmm.
almost everything is done virtually.
Yes.
So even for you as an individual, as you buy online, you always have to check some factors before you decide, I want to buy from this person.
Yeah.
So the same case applies on Alibaba. Do your own due diligence to
Mm-hmm.
avoid being scammed, yeah, or something of the sort.
Oh, okay. So you just have to make sure that you're doing your due diligence so that no one cons you on the way.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So
Yeah.
to a young person who is watching this today, and
Mm-hmm.
they are saying, "Oh my God, I don't have 1 million to start importation."
Mm-hmm.
Is it possible that you can start with small capital to do the importation?
Okay, thank you so much for that question.
Mhm.
And my focus is actually to those, the mini importers, because sometimes we think importation is for those big fish.
Yes, yes,
And as a beginner, as a mini, if you're doing business at a mini level,
yeah.
you tend to assume, like, I'll just have to take from the suppliers locally. I cannot get my goods internationally.
Hmm, hmm.
And so it's very possible. It's not a must for you to have millions of money for you to import, because
Yeah.
what you get with the suppliers, they always ask for an MOQ, that is a minimum order quantity.
Yes.
And some of these suppliers, they have very low MOQ, which is very possible for almost for anyone to import.
Hmm.
Yes, all you need to do, you can, maybe a supplier can tell you that you can import up to, like, how many, like maybe 15 items.
Yeah.
But your responsibility here is to do the calculations and become a very good entrepreneur and see, is it making sense if I import 15 items, or
Yes.
should I go for 300, or should I go for 500?
Hmm.
Because importation comes along with the importation cost, that is the transportation fee, the shipping fee.
Yeah.
And you have to you have to put into consideration that
Hmm.
aspect.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Oh wow. So normally all that comes inconclusive and everything works out good.
Yeah. Once now you have your supply in place, and you can you have your supply in place,
Hmm.
and that you are good to go.
Hmm.
This is an advice that I always give people. If it's your first time importing with this person, you have not done it again,
Yes.
and it's your first time importing a particular commodity, it's always wise to ask them to give you some samples. Let them send you samples.
Okay.
Yes, even though sometimes they can be expensive, but it's worth it. Imagine this, that imagine maybe you want to order, like, maybe like 10,000 pairs of, maybe, let's say, shoes.
Yes.
And of course you will spend a good amount of money,
Hmm.
but then you are not ready to put into risk all this amount of money. So it's wise maybe to let them send you samples, maybe 3 or 5,
Hmm.
even though the shipping cost might be high. But then come and evaluate the samples. How is the quality? In my society where I live, can it sell very well? Will it meet the demand? You know,
Yeah.
is the price going to make sense?
Yes.
Evaluate the product physically, because it will really help you in your business.
Yeah. Let me recognize some of the few people who have joined the live. We have
Okay.
senior researcher part two, and we have the Omaya girls. So guys, wherever you are, please throw us a comment down there and tell us that you're in the live. And to guys who are joining now, I just want to tell you that we are talking about being young entrepreneurs, and today we have an entrepreneur lady who does a lot of importation from China. And I just wanted to bring this discussion on the table, as we always say, that we try and build wealth together. And when we build wealth together, it calls in for each and every person to get committed in everything that you do. I see Emerge Kenya TV. Yeah, thanks, man. Thanks for coming, bro. That's so good of you, man. So please share the link if you are interested and you know people are interested in doing importation and stuff. That will be pretty nice. But the discussion is all about young entrepreneurs. People are really interested in building their wealth in a different way, like making sure that they have their side hustle. It's not bad to be employed. I'm telling people that it's not bad to be employed, but
Sure.
apart from being employed, if you have your side hustle that is giving you some income, then that's pretty much good. Because I always tell people that diversification is a big thing. Like when you just diversify on different areas, then you build your portfolio of passive income on a bigger level. And when you have it on a bigger level, then you start being self-sustained, you know. But
Mm-hmm.
today we are talking so much about. I know so many people are interested in importing things from China and just being entrepreneur and just being business people. And mostly on this channel, we are so much interested in young people and people who are energetic and they are willing to start something for themselves. And guys, wherever you are, you can throw us any question that you have. I'll ask that question to our sister Monica, and she can always help us uh, discuss and share all the information about China. Okay, so yeah, I see the Omaya girl says senior in the channel. Yeah, welcome senior and everyone else who is watching and listening to this discussion. Guys, everything is possible. I always tell people that everything is possible. And when you put your concentration in everything that you do, it ends out good. So I will ask you, Monica, like we are talking of China, how long does it take for your goods to get from China to any destination that you're looking forward to?
Oh, okay. I'm not much familiar with how much time it might take because specifically I have experience from China to Kenya, so I
Yeah,
might not be sure about other
just give us
countries.
an example from China to Kenya.
Yes. If you want to ship your goods via air, it will
Hmm.
take you probably 7 to 14 days.
Hmm.
But there are some shipping companies that can take less days, maybe 3 or 4.
Hmm.
And if you want to ship through sea, that is by sea, it will take you between 30 to 45 days.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
And that is
Okay.
after the goods arrive at the shipping company, not at the supplier's place, at the shipping company.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
And when it gets here, the KRA and all this clearing and forwarding, how does that work? Does it, it's very painful for people can be very interested. They have some
Mhm.
capital to start this business when they'll get into touch to you, and I'll share your link down there. But
Yeah.
when they get the goods to Kenya, now clearing the goods so that they can have them becomes a problem. Will you explain something about that so that someone does not get excited, they import something and then it becomes so hard for them to get their goods out after clearing or the process of clearing?
Okay, when it comes to clearance,
Hmm.
some people do it on their own, and when they do it on their own,
Hmm.
that is when they have to face the customs, those taxes and the like, and maybe they
Hmm.
have to deal with the government because it's all about the government thing.
Hmm.
But anytime you use the shipping agent,
Hmm.
that is not your work at all. You leave it
Hmm.
on to them. All you need to pay is the shipping fee, and they sort you everything.
Yes.
So you just sit back and wait for your goods to arrive in your country and then pay them the shipping fee. That's all. They sort everything else for you. That is their work.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
So you don't have to worry about the clearing and forwarding thing.
Yes. The
Oh.
only thing you need to worry about as an importer is that
Mhm.
do your own research and know what goods are prohibited in your country so that you don't collide with the government. That's
Right.
all.
Right.
But anything else, you don't have to worry about it.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
And most people, some people do things to do with construction and stuff. Maybe they wanna import tiles, they wanna
Mhm,
import decors for the house. You know,
mhm.
how does that work?
Uh, you can get this one. In China, anything that you can think of, anything that you can think of,
Mm-hmm.
they have it. So these construction items, they are available,
Uh-huh.
and the process, it's all the same. It's all the same. You
Mm-hmm.
just need to identify a supplier, and that is it. And then
Oh,
everything
okay.
else runs. And maybe decide, I want this design, all those things. Mm.
As a young entrepreneur who is watching this live today, what will you tell them that it's a viable business, like importing goods from China and bringing them back to the country?
Yes, it's a very viable business.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, I would encourage the young entrepreneurs and young
Mm-hmm.
people in our society to do
Yes.
this
Mm-hmm.
because, let me give an example of Kenya because this is where I am and I have seen the challenges that we face as young people.
Yes.
Today, we find graduates who are out there, they have their certificates there,
Mm-hmm.
but they can't get a job. And if
Mm-hmm.
they get, probably it's not a good job to pay their bills.
Mm-hmm.
But you can get into importation business because the demand will always be there. As we know, in
Mm-hmm.
Kenya, we don't have many manufacturing companies. We don't produce much. I don't know why. I don't know if it's the environment or what is the problem.
Mm-hmm.
But of course, the demand is always there. We have to build our houses. We have to where we need to go with we have to trend with the fashion in
Yes.
place. So importation is a very good idea, and the demand is always there.
Oh,
And
okay.
yes, and again, something else, even we can import, the young people can import some machines,
Yes.
small machines maybe, that
Mm-hmm.
probably can employ them and employ our fellow sisters and brothers back at home.
Yes.
Yes.
I have. I'm sorry. I have my brother here who is telling me how does this work. Things. Oh, he can't get to the studio. Oh my God. But
Mm.
I shared that with him. Just a minute, Monica, so that I can share with. I think. I
It's a
think. I think he went in late, and he can't get it.
Okay.
Uh, he went in late after it expired. You know, it always expires, and when it
Yeah,
expires, you can't get in. Let me tell him that. Let me tell him to check his email.
sure.
Hmm. So with you specifically, sorry about that. With you specifically,
It's
okay.
okay.
So Emerge Kenya is asking, how do you know the best suppliers? Would you like to answer that question for Emerge Kenya? How do you know the best suppliers?
How do you know the best supplier?
Yes.
One, I said you can get a supplier through referrals.
Uh-huh.
Referrals, I said they work the best
Yeah.
because someone or your friend have already used this supplier and they know they have quality goods, their services are awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Number two, if you are going to use Alibaba, how do you
Yes.
know a good supplier?
Uh-huh.
Check if they are verified. Look at their reviews. What are customers saying about them? You know that
Yes.
the reviews will always have even the pictures, like maybe the product original picture was exaggerated or
Yes.
something. The
Uh-huh.
reviews will always give you direction. Is this a good supplier?
Yes.
And then also years of operation sometimes they can help to see how many years have this supplier operated. They will really help you.
Okay.
And again, we said if it's the first time using this supplier and
Mm-hmm.
you are a beginner in this importation thing, ask them for samples. Don't start importing large quantities. Start with samples.
But then how does that sample work? How does it work? Can you explain to the viewers today how the
Uh,
sample work?
okay, how the samples work? You have identified a product.
Yes.
Let's say it's an electronic product. You have
Mm-hmm.
identified. You have dropped the supplier, and you tell them maybe they have said an MOQ is 1,000, and
Yes.
maybe you tell them I need a sample to see how is this product.
Mm-hmm.
So the supplier is going to ask you to pay for this product,
Okay.
and then you are going also to pay for the shipping cost, and then the
Mm-hmm.
product once arrive at your destination, at your country, then you check on the quality and the nature of the product. If
Okay.
you are good with the product, you are going to make more order. If you are not satisfied, then it's okay. You are going to leave it out and maybe check another supplier.
Okay.
Yes.
But you can always order for the samples. They come to you, you check, and then if it is not good, you can either stop asking for more, or if it is
Yes.
good, you ask for more.
Oh, if it's not a good product, definitely you won't continue. You won't
Definitely,
continue with the
you
supplier. Yes.
yeah,
But chances, if you had done your, a good due diligence, like
yes.
checking the reviews, chances of you having a bad product, they are minimal. And
Mm-hmm.
something else to note here, in China, like someone asked me this question: how comes the developed countries always get good products, and
Yes,
how comes African nations we always get, for example, we always get poor products?
please.
It's about what we ask for.
Mm-hmm.
If Canada or US ask for a high quality product, that is what they are going to get. If
Okay,
we Africans ask for poor quality because of our budget, that is what we are going to get.
okay.
Yes,
And
and the supplier will always meet your demands. I want this level of quality, they will give
yes,
you that. Yes.
and if I ask another question, what can be my budget for? What can be initial capital to start importation?
Geez, this question I have been asked so many times, and I feel it's tricky because, for example, let's say I want to import earrings. How
Yes.
much do you think it's worth an earring? It's very cheap. It's
Okay.
very, very, very cheap.
Okay.
And maybe the supplier will say you can take an MOQ of 500 pieces.
Yes.
And let's assume maybe this one you are taking it as, is it even making sense? Maybe let's say in Kenya shillings, maybe you are taking it at 5 bob, and
Yes.
they say the MOQ is 1,000. How much are you going to spend? Only 5,000. You see?
Oh,
If
okay.
you want to import laptops, a laptop
Mhm.
is expensive, and they say an MOQ is 300. So it
Oh,
depends with the kind of product.
what is MOQ? You know,
Minimum order quantity, the minimum you can order from the
okay,
company.
we are laymen here, so we need to understand those terms too. But thank you for explaining. So, guys who
Yeah.
are here, I want to thank you one more time for being on this live. We're gonna have more of this, and it's all about young entrepreneurs. As I always say on this channel, diversification is a big thing, and you having the mindset of an entrepreneur or having the mindset of building your wealth, it matters a lot to young people, or we as young people who wants to grow our wealth bit by bit. So that's why I decided the first time I invite one of our guests, and today's guest is a beautiful lady who does mostly importation from China. She can help you do the importation too if you get in touch with her. I'll leave her link down below so that you can get in touch of her, and also subscribe to her YouTube channel because she's talking about all about importation, how you can import from China, how you can do your business anywhere you are. And it's just a matter of us as young people changing the mindset that everything is possible, and it is us, the young people, who are destined or are looking forward to our destination, and we can always, it's just us, no one else will work or help us work on our destination. So, guys, if you have any question to our dear Monica, the young entrepreneur who does a lot of importation from China, please you can throw in your question. But again, thank you for all of you who are joining this live. It's just all about business. It's all about entrepreneurship. It's all about talking importation, And Monica, if I would ask you one more question,
Mm-hmm.
uh, do we also have counterfeit?
Of course, they are there. They are there.
Okay.
Um, for example, when it comes to trending items,
Mm-hmm.
when a new product comes to the market and it's trending, some people might decide, like some other entrepreneur somewhere, might
Mhm.
decide, oh, this product is making good amount of money in my
Yes.
country. So
Yes.
what do I do? Let me take this item.
Mhm.
I'm going to take it to China at a certain manufacturer,
Yes.
and then I'll tell them I want the same exact product,
Mhm.
but my budget is this amount of money. So
Yes.
what does that mean? It means you are going to like reduce the quality.
Oh,
You're
okay.
so, and then because the item is trending, I'm going to get the product and it's a counterfeit, and then boom to the market, and then I'm gonna make money. But that is not good aspect of an entrepreneur.
But I know even the guys, the government does not allow a lot of counterfeit goods to get in the
Yeah,
country. So I think
sure, sure.
there's
Mm,
regulation about that. But
yeah,
uh, I don't know if you said this or I'm repeating myself, but how long, or did you tell me how long it will take me to ship by air or ship by sea or something?
uh, yes, I did say that.
Oh,
And
okay.
let me add something else on the counterfeit product. As much
Hmm.
as you want to say it's counterfeit,
Hmm.
how the production it's done on different levels. We
Okay.
have high quality, we have
Yes.
middle quality, and
Hmm.
we have low quality. So it depends with their budget and the demand of the society or your
Okay.
clients. Yes.
Mm.
Mm.
So, man, I'm so excited about the discussion, and I've always wanted like to have such mind, where we just talk about business, we just talk about money. I like talking about money, you know. And when I
Yeah,
talk about money, sometimes people are like, "What are you talking about?" And people don't like discussion of money. So
sure.
I wanna ask you, what do you think about the discussion of money? Is it a discussion that we should have, or is it a discussion that we should not have when we talk about building wealth, building our businesses at each and every level? What would you say?
Um, I understand our society.
Yes,
We don't want to hear about this thing about money. We don't want to have discussion about money. And
yes.
every time, like for example, this is something I have observed. Every time you have your money at hand, you don't
Hmm.
want anybody or the discussion like how should we like use this, invest on this, do this. We don't want to hear about that.
Hmm.
All we want to mind about today, and we should mind about the future because the future is unknown, and we should build wealth, and wealth can never be built in one day. It's a process, bit by bit.
God, I
Yes,
always say that like wealth will never be built in one day, and people
exactly.
people get pissed off with me sometimes because I tell people that the journey of building wealth, it's a journey. It doesn't come once. It's like a tree.
Yes.
You don't
Mm,
grow a tree in one day and get timber. You
yeah.
plant it, you give it several years. At the end
Mm,
of the day, you get
mm,
timber. And that's what
yeah.
I'm trying to tell people, that in everything that we do, we just need
Mhm,
to trust the process, and at the end of the
yes.
day we find ourselves to the other end and the better way. As an entrepreneur, would you
Mm,
tell the viewers uh, what it is to have discipline when it comes to money and doing your business?
hmm. Discipline, it does not only come in money. For example, if you want to lose weight,
Yes,
it's all about discipline. If you
yes,
don't like follow if you don't have the discipline, then it will not work for you.
yeah,
Then, when it comes to money in entrepreneurship, the
yes,
discipline applies. If you have decided, for example, maybe 70% should go back to stock,
yes,
20% maybe should go to my personal use, and
yes.
10% should go to saving. That is what you should do. It
Hmm.
should not come to a point whereby it becomes like 20% goes back to stock, and 70% you consume it. If
You
you do
YOLO,
that, then
you
there is
YOLO
no
your life.
business. Yes.
Uh-huh. No
Within a
YOLO.
short period of time, no business, it's done, and then you're back to zero again. It's about discipline. And
Yes,
if, like, for example, if you have like a boutique or whatever business you have, you
yes,
don't decide to this on Monday, or maybe I'm feeling tired, I'm not going to open.
yes.
It's if you have decided I work from Monday to Saturday, it should be the same, because otherwise you lose your clients.
Hmm.
Yes.
Yeah, someone, Betty Az. Thank you, Betty. Welcome to this live. You've been the biggest supporter of one-on-one Math Theater, and she's asking, can I ship things from China to the USA and sell on Amazon? Is the process easy? Would you answer, Betty Az?
Oh, yes, yes, she can, by the way. The
Mhm.
only thing we need to know, because I'm not familiar about this, is we need to get a shipping company that ships goods from China to USA. And
Okay.
maybe you can tell me, because you are the best to answer this question.
Uh-huh.
Do US ship goods from China?
They
And
do.
what goods? Yes, if they do, then it's very possible, because getting a supply is not a problem. The
Mhm.
only thing maybe I need a homework to do is getting that shipping company that ships from China to US, and that is
Oh,
it.
okay, okay.
Yes.
And you
Mm.
said you can connect all these even in Kenya. If you get a supplier who can supply in any part of the world, you can do the same. Get in touch and send the goods over there.
Yes, that is what I do. By the way, recently I did purchase some goods to customer in South Africa. So that is what I do. That is
Oh,
what I
okay.
do.
Oh,
Yes,
okay.
yes,
So any part of the world you are good with it. Oh, Betty,
yes.
Betty Az, I maybe you are and she asked, can she sell on Amazon?
I don't know. I don't honestly, I'm not sure about how Amazon works.
But
I'm not sure about it.
Betty for sure. After you get goods, then selling them on Amazon is something that is possible because you just register with Amazon. If it is something that is sellable online, you
Mm-hmm.
just package it and stuff. There's a process, and then you can always just sell. But
Sure.
yeah, thanks a lot for answering these questions. But it's like my viewers, wherever you are, it's all about entrepreneurship. It's all about having another side hustle from your normal hustle that can give you a third stream of income. And guys, I know most of the guys have always been interested in, oh, China. I don't know anyone anyone who can help me do the importation of China. And here, Monica is here. She says she can help us with that process, and I'll leave her link on the description below so that you guys can uh, can uh, can get in touch with her. And someone, Emerge Kenya, is saying, yes, Betty, you can. You just need to know a good supplier and ship to Amazon warehouse. Yeah, so it's something that is possible. So Emerge also added something on the explanation that you gave. But I'm so excited, Monica, when
Mm-hmm.
always when I talk about money, I talk mostly about also cryptocurrency. I talk about forex, and I talk about shares, and I talk about bonds. People can always invest in bonds and stuff. Would you say that the Kenyan market is good with things that you bring from China?
Oh, yes, it's good, by the way. It's good because um according to research, Kenya depends on a large percentage on importation.
Okay,
So it's a very good business. And so many things we don't make them here locally. We don't make them. So we depend on importation.
okay,
Yes. Like for example, the machines. I don't know. Maybe I've not done my homework well, but I don't think we depend on importation, clothing, fashion, and design.
okay,
Yes, we have furnitures locally, but people still import. So many things are imported. Interior design, all those
okay.
things. Yes.
Sammy G is asking, how can I import to Kenya from China? Will you just explain a little bit to Sammy G? I think he just joined and he just
Oh,
want
okay.
to know. Yeah, can you just explain a little bit because I know you already explained, but
Yeah.
for the sake of one of our viewers, Sammy G is asking, how can I import to Kenya from China? Can you just give him a little bit of explanation, please?
Okay. The first thing you do is we said you identify the item,
Yes.
get a supplier,
Mm-hmm.
ask for samples,
Mm-hmm.
make now the right some order,
Mm-hmm.
direct your good to the shipping company, and then pay the shipping company, and then sit back and wait for your goods to arrive. It's as simple as that.
Oh, Betty's telling her, oh, Betty, I'm sorry about. Once I lost over a million nikiwa Kenya because I
Mhm.
bought shoes in Kenya, and instead of them ship the original shoes that I had ordered, they shipped me copies of what I ordered. What I ordered, I wish I had bought ready-made. So Betty Az was kind of someone called Betty Az. Like
Mm-hmm.
I lost. Uh, okay, I'll read it again. Betty is saying I once lost over 1 million nikiwa Kenya because I bought shoes. I think she meant in China, and instead of them being shipped the original shoes that I had ordered, they shipped me copies of what I ordered. You know, so instead of shipping the original thing that she ordered,
Mm-hmm.
they 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 brought a not counterfeit, but not the original that she ordered.
Yeah.
How would you handle such an issue if you find yourself?
This one happens a lot, and
Yes,
that is why I said when getting your supplier, do the due diligence. This one
yes,
is important. Like for me, I have a supplier where I order, and like my supplier is like very honest. She
okay,
will tell me like, Monica, this one is not a good quality. So
okay,
if I still insist on the same, it will be on my own. Get
uh-huh.
a very good supplier who is honest and will tell you like this quality is like this one is like this. And again, when making orders, avoid making the large quantities at the beginning. Start with small and let it grow.
Oh, okay,
Yes. And I'm sorry so much what happened to Betty. It's
yeah,
it's painful. Yeah. Mm.
oh yeah. So I think that didn't go well with her.
Yeah.
Yeah, but always giving a trial is always good. But oh man, over 1 million Kenya shillings was a lot of
It's a
money.
lot. It's a
Yeah,
lot.
that was a lot. But that one does not kill the spirit of entrepreneurship. So long as
Sure.
you say, when you get the right people, then it becomes so easy to to get supplies and get the goods.
Yeah.
The only thing that we keep insisting. Oh, Sammy is saying something. Sammy G is saying something. Sorry, Betty. How do you identify the goods given the government is banning goods in the name of counterfeit?
How do you do what?
How do you identify goods given that
Mhm.
government is banning goods in the name of counterfeit?
Okay, this government thing, I don't know. I don't know what's going on anyway, but well. And why is the government banning them? Is it because maybe the quality? I don't want to talk about much about this here because it's online, but I don't want to talk much about this.
Oh, okay. But
Yes.
generally, as you say, when you get the right thing and you get the right suppliers, they'll get you the
Yeah.
right commodity that you want. You know.
Mm-hmm.
So that one is not a big deal. Like when you get the right thing and do the right thing, then it becomes so easy to deal with. But I'm so happy for you and for the rest of the guys who are watching and guys who always join our live. But let's have these conversations going. Like, how can I start my side hustle that can give me an extra coin? Always with us, most of the people, we look at only one source of income, and our source of income is mostly employment. And with employment, it makes you do rat race always. Like it's always morning, evening, morning, evening. But when you have an side hustle or your business on the side, when you get out of your work, you can always go check books. It's so good when you leave your work and go check your own books and see how people uh, sold your items or check where your goods have gotten to. You know,
Mhm. Yeah.
if someone is interested in importing a container, would you help with that?
A container there wherever all goods.
Yes, goods in a container full.
Yes, I can also help in that, no problem.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I have a friend of mine who is interested in importing electricity, the wiring stuff for the housing, like
Oh,
electric
mm,
supply, and is
mm.
very much interested. So he told me to ask you if he's the one who asked me the question. Can he do a container for the importation? But if you say that,
But
I'll share it with him, and then maybe you can get in touch with him.
yeah,
You
he
want to
only
say
needs to
something?
provide the specifications of the whatever items he needs, because
Okay.
those ones are very important, because I might not be familiar with. Just provide the specifications, then we'll go with that.
Okay, and he was also very much interested in in going to China. If
Hmm.
maybe you can maybe link them with people who can maybe walk them around, that can be also nice, you know.
Yes, I have people who do that. By the way, I can link if you want to travel to China. I have some people in Guangzhou, and they can help you in that.
Yeah, Betty is asking, does she do clearing and forwarding?
No, I don't. I use a shipping agent. I don't do that. I use a
Okay.
shipping company that does
Mhm.
my clearance. Yes.
So it's your company that does clearing and forwarding?
No, no, not my company. I just,
No, the shipping company, I mean, sorry.
yes, yes.
Oh, okay.
Mm,
Oh, all right. So, yes, guys, like I think from what you've heard from Monica, it is doable. Like, if you thought you are interested in doing the business, it is doable that you can always do the importation business if you are interested. And she said it depends with the area and what you want to import. If you want to import um specific thing, you can always start from where you are. You can always start with a specific amount, you know, and then grow your business step by step and see it grow step by step. So it is doable, guys. And always, as I say on this channel, we just need to commit ourselves to everything that we do. We just need to get out of the box and start thinking like, how can I build my passive income, because you need it. Like I believe in building a wealth to the coming generation. You might not enjoy it, but your kids might enjoy the empire that you built when you were still young. So it's an area that I'm very passionate about, and I'm still
yeah.
looking forward to having more of entrepreneurs come join us in live. And I'll also, we're still learning on how to use. I'm learning on how to use StreamYard. When I get it a little clear, then always it will be so easy to share the link and everyone. Otherwise, do you have something that you want to tell the viewers today, as a parting shot or something, as we come to an end?
Oh, maybe all I have to say, maybe market myself on my YouTube channel,
Okay.
which is Monica Karinge, and I talk more about importation.
Okay.
And for the young people, it's always good to try, keep trying. And as you have said, wealth is not built overnight.
Yes.
And as young people, we should not like dream like, today I'm poor, not poor. I don't know the right word to use.
Yeah.
And yeah, and then tomorrow I'll be owning millions. It's unless you win a jackpot, it's very rare to happen. So it's always like every day, if you can save 1K, it's okay. Tomorrow save another 1K. And within the next few years, you will be owning your own empire. So
Right.
trust the process and make sure you have discipline, do the right thing, and then you're good to go.
You talk the same language that I tell people. But before we close up, Sammy just threw in a question. Well, thank you, Sammy. Sammy is asking, great conversation here. Kudos. How can we connect with who? Me or Monica? If it is Monica, I'm gonna leave the link below. If it is me, just I'll leave you my email address and Monica's email address so that you can always get in touch with anyone you wanna get in touch with. Maj Kenya TV is saying great information, guys. Yeah, and we want to continue bringing this conversation so that we enlighten our people and people get to know that it's doable. You know,
Yeah.
it is
Mm.
doable. I also train people on Forex, and I just tell people that learning is very important when you want to start something. And that's why we're having conversation. We are getting to learn. If I want to start importing in China, what do I do? So that you stop guesswork, because when you start doing guesswork, then
Yeah.
you fail. Who do I connect to help me do the importation and stuff? So I want to thank you, Monica, and I really appreciate. you coming to our channel, and thank you the community for coming. Please share this info to anyone else whom you think is very much interested in going to China or importing things from China. Otherwise, I want to appreciate you and I want to say thank you a lot. I hope I'll have you again join this channel again. We
Sure.
just talk about next time you come here, just talking about money and investment. Both
Yeah.
anywhere we are, we just talk about money and investment and areas where we can invest more and get passive income apart from doing a business of importing things from China and stuff. Otherwise, thank you a lot. I
Yeah.
appreciate it. Until I see you next time, it's your boy Eric, and we are out. Thank you.
Thank you too.